Welcome to episode 2, where we're going from 0 database, 0 sphere, and 0 referrals to 100K in real estate revenue using a couple different tools. Just to go over those really fast. We're using Claude. It's the brain of the operation. 2, we're using AdPick, which is running our, it's basically our paid social media manager, which if you're paying for before AI would cost you like $500 just to run a couple ads, but we can run as many as we want. And then number 3 is we're using HighIQ as our lead gen assistant. So it's doing most of the actual follow-up with the leads. So we started last week. We had 0 things going on. We built a new construction ad. We also have a downsizer ad running as well. I'm going to share those results really fast of what those produced over the last week while we have been, honestly, it was Easter weekend and I was gone most of the time. So I'm going to show you those results and then what the AI sounds like when it's calling these leads. So for the downsizer campaign so far, we have spent $80.20. We produced 17 leads at $4.72 per lead. Our new construction one that we built last week with you guys is not doing as hot. It is at $55 spent, 2 leads, and $27.54 per lead. Combined, we have 19 leads at an average cost of $7.12, which sounds maybe expensive. I've run Z-Buyer leads. They're from $15 to $20 a lead. Your average Facebook downsizer lead across the United States is about $15 a lead, so we still have cut that basically in half. So they're still doing really well. But I want to show you what it sounds like when HighIQ is following up and reaching out to these leads. So we're going to do that now. Here, this is Claude managing all of these for me on the go. So you can see here, Claude is analyzing all of these for me daily, sending me a daily report of what's going on with my Facebook leads. So just a little tidbit there. Super nice to have. You can log into Meta and get the same information, but it's nice just to be right there with Claude. So the next step is we have, you can see right here, it's made 11 dials for me. It hasn't set any appointments yet. Slacking. And then we're going to dive into the pipeline. So it said 1 as follow-up. I'm going to listen to this. It wasn't a great follow-up call. I've actually talked to him before, but you can listen to what the AI sounds like when it's calling these leads. So listen here.
Hey, is this Bob?
Hello? Yeah.
Hey, Bob. This is Jamie with Boulder Street. I saw you were looking at some properties online and just wanted to help get you connected with someone on our team that can help you talk through things. Do you have just a couple minutes now, or would you like to set something up for later?
I'm not doing that.
Totally get it. Sometimes the timing just isn't right. Just out of curiosity, if you were to think about what area are you most interested in?
I'm not in Arkansas. I'm in Georgia, sweetie. Well,
Got it, Georgia it is. Any particular neighborhood or part of the state you've got your eye on?
no, ma'am.
I hear you. If
Thank you.
ever want a quick chat with one of our local agents, we can share some market
I don't know.
Georgia.
Thank you.
Let me know, and I'll get you connected right away.
Hey, I'll refer someone out to Georgia. Then he hangs up on the call. So that was Bob Riley. And then we had a couple more that went into long-term nurture. So I'm going to play a couple of these just so you can hear it.
Hello.
Hi there. This is your friendly real estate assistant. I'm glad you called.
I'm playing with different voices too.
Maybe a single family
Not
house.
looking right now, just browsing by.
No problem at all. Feel free to let me know if anything catches your eye or if...
And then she hangs up the call. But it's a call that I didn't have to make, which is sometimes the no's or the long-term nurtures or the wins, because AI will continue to follow up with these people. Let's listen to Timothy Green here.
It's Tim.
Hi, Tim. Thanks for reaching out. I'm glad you called. Do you have a quick moment to chat about what you're looking for in a property?
Not today.
No problem.
So it probably would have continued to ask it questions, but hung up on the lead, or the lead hung up on us. But you can see here it's starting to fill out the pipeline. And again, when we started last week, we had 0 people in here at all. And so now there are people in long-term nurture and follow-up and everything else. So we're moving along nicely there. And this is what HighIQ looks like. You can see the dashboard here as well. of overdue tasks, dials, appointments, all of that's happening. So yeah, the next thing that we've been working on is one of the challenges with Facebook leads is the more questions you ask in the form filler router, the less responses you get. So I wanted Claude to be able to go in and find addresses for me. So within Claude, I said, hey, use the El Paso County website and then go find these leads that have come in. And so when I did this on Friday, we had 14 leads that came in. It found 17 of their addresses. And then I was like, okay, from there, go and write me a custom CMA for each of these. So I've been working on a CMA skill that uses 10% of square footage and then 10% plus or minus, or 10 years plus or minus on years built to then go and build a CMA that way. We've gotten really good at it. It's, within really hard houses to comp, I'm getting basically what I come up with on the comping side. We didn't do a full one of those for each of these leads, but here's kind of what the home value report looks like now. I call it the 10-10-10 competitive market analysis. So you can see this one here for Peyton, Colorado. Gives a really quick, this is, the recommended price. This is, the key takeaways from the neighborhood. This is, here's my information. So it just gives a really quick market analysis. But if you think about it, you go pay for a tool like Fellow, and it's going to cost a lot of money to go build something like this. Claude is doing it all for me, basically within the $20 a month plan. So, the next step is we'd love to talk about budgets. So let's talk about budget so far. We've spent that, $135 on Facebook leads so far. The next step is HighIQ costs $297 a month. So we have the $297 a month, which is going to run through the whole month of April. And then AdPick is $67 a month. We have that in there. And then the final one is Claude. I have the $200 a month plan. What I'm doing on here, though, you could do for the $20 a month plan. So then $20. So we're at $522 so far in budget that we've spent. And then we still have the whole rest of the month of April to continue to run Facebook ads. So we still have a sizable budget for the rest of April. The other thing that we're working on too is a mailing process for these leads. So if we have their address, it's like we might as well attempt to mail them as well. I found an integration with Claude into a mailer campaign that we can talk about later. Right now, I'm just going to have Claude write the letter, print it for me, and then I'm going to stuff it and send it. Is the only really manual process that I'm doing right now. Everything else is being done by AI. And AI is doing 90% of that work. I'm literally putting it in the envelope, putting a stamp on, and mailing it. So yeah, we will continue to build out this process. But I'm looking forward to seeing what we get next week. And we'll probably have some appointments set and some other things going on. So see you next week for episode 3 of 0 to 100K. Talk to you soon.